guys, decisions. I've put a survey on YouTube, you may have seen it, some of you guys, trying to get the best mix of bikes for the bike tours, and looking at all options. Now in this video you can see we're out and about on the Cali 1100 injection from 1995. So just to say that all bikes from bygone eras are not necessarily bad, and can be a great deal of fun. And this is one of the bikes that we love to just get out and toodle on, and just enjoy the local scenery and get out and have something to eat on a quiet Sunday afternoon. But with the idea that we've got these tours coming up, the original idea was based about 5 years ago, prior to COVID and prior to Leslie, my wife, getting ill. And we had the ideas back then of using Royal Enfield Himalayas, and some of you in the comments have said that they would be suitable for doing what we're thinking of doing. Now since then, since we've had a few adventure bikes, and certainly with the Vosges 900 DSX now, we've gone on some amazing tours around this region, this area, that involve 2 or 3 hour ride outs through different terrain and different scenery, but some of it is stunning mountain roads that are really well paved, and you do need a bit of horsepower to go over these roads, or it's beneficial. I'm not saying that something like the Vosges 300 Rally or the Himalayan 411 wouldn't do it, but it's a bit of a quandary. So the quandary that we've got at the moment, we're in the process of preparing some land to get a couple of shipping containers down on one of our terraces. We have about 2.5 acres of land, so we've got quite a lot of land on this farm that we are based on, and that will be the basis for storing the bikes. So I put a survey up just to get some sort of an idea what you guys think and what you would like to ride. Now the general consensus for me, riding the Vosges 900 DSX, I'm okay with it off-road, but it's a lump of a bike. As you guys know that ride the 900 DSX, it's 240 wet weight. Okay, my super meter is 240, this bike I'm on here at the moment is 250 wet weight. But the difference is the centre of gravity. Now something like a Vosges Rally, total wet weight, you're looking at 160 kilos, so that's a really nice, light, nimble bike to handle, especially on fire trails, which would be a great option to have within the fleet of bikes we're going to use for doing these tours and these holidays. The other thing I was looking at, and certainly there within the amount of horsepower that's going to be acceptable, are going to be the Tenere 660. Now we're talking about old bikes here, guys. We're talking again 25-30 year old bikes with these bikes, but they're still old in the price in Spain. You're still looking at paying similar for a Tenere 660 that's in good condition with about maybe 30,000 kilometres on the clock as you are a second-hand Vosges 300 Rally. Now the advantage to a Tenere 660 is you've got the legs on that, so on the motorway they're not super fast, but they'll do easily plod along all day at 120, 130 kph, although they're a single cylinder. Now the other one that I was looking at is the Dominator 650. Again, a great engine, pretty long legged on the motorway, it'll do the trails and everything, but these are more like the trailers of the 90s that we were used to when we were younger, with big bench seats, as opposed to the dual sport like the Vosges 300 Rally. Now the Himalayan 411, I really enjoyed my Himalayan 411, so that's still within the running to do these tours. So I would think a mixture of bikes would be probably the best way to go. The problem is some of these bikes, if we get a mixture, are going to be better suited to the fire trails, which are numerous in this area. Some stunning mountain passes we can go up over to caves and old Neanderthal paintings. There's a lot going on in this region of Murcia. It's very good for exploring and getting out and about on. But then when we get onto roads, they're going to be a bit wheezy, so it's a bit of a quandary, but I think we'll still go down the multi-bike route. So the bikes I've got in mind at the moment are probably initially a Vosges 300 Rally, maybe get another Himi, maybe get a Tenere 660 and a Dominator 650. So they're the 4 bikes I'm looking at initially, bearing in mind I've already got 4 bikes, so it's going to be a big stable of bikes. So I would hope that we can have it so that people who want to try different styles of bikes and different bikes can ride them, including the Cali I'm on at the moment. Obviously if we're going on a ride out, we're going on an adventure, the Californias are not going to be suitable for that. The suspension, although it's soft as a cruiser style bike, it's not really up to going off road or any trails. And on this ride that we were on the other day, there's a few tree roots, and you really do notice it when you pass over them. So guys, yeah, this was a ride out on Sunday, and it's a ride down parallel with the Sierra de Ricotti, and of course this camera catches everything in a sort of a wide aspect, so nothing really looks as tall as it is, but the mountains are quite tall. There's some tall mountains, but the pass we came over is beautifully stunning, and we're heading down the other side of the pass now to a little tiny village called Yetcha. And the reason we're heading here is that it's an impromptu ride out on a Sunday, and if you don't book Sunday lunch here in Spain, you're not going to get it anywhere, because it's all home cooked food and pretty full booked wherever you go. This particular little tiny village that I'm heading over to now, you can almost always get a table at this little bar. The food is all homemade, all home cooked I should say, not homemade, but some of it's certainly homemade, but most of it's home cooked, and really tasty, and really friendly staff. And we were here a couple of weeks ago and we saw a sign on the wall for a biker reunion meet, which is another village maybe another 10 kilometers away, and they have a morning meet now and again in different biker clubs, and everybody from all different types of backgrounds and biking styles. So you've got trail bikes, you've got cruisers, you've got off-road bikes, every type of bike you can think of, sports bikes, etc. will all get there and have a meet up. And there's live bands on, there's food on, there's people going around with food and drinks free. So yeah, some great camaraderie there. So this is a little bar now. It's pretty much like a Wild West town, this little town, tiny town of Yetcha. Really is in the middle of the plains, in the middle of nowhere, but people tend to congregate here and eat good food, good seafood, good meat on the barbecue. And I'll let you listen to some of our waffle while we sit down.
So we've actually got out and about on the
food,
California today.
And
we're out for lunch.
In the video,
my wife Leslie,
decide to,
who's been on the back, and we're going to have carne alla brasa, which is meat done on like a barbecue. So I've got some lamb coming, and Leslie's got chicken with potatoes and a salad and a few drinks. Beautiful autumn day, and currently about 28 degrees, and yeah, life is good. So catch up when food comes so you can have a look. Nice.
So there's the Cali parked up right next to where we're eating. Come up to 30 years old now, and she's in stunning condition, really well looked after by the original owner who had her from new. And so we're going to head back over the mountain pass, back over to our place, and have a chill out for the rest of the day. So yeah, things are moving with the bike tours. We've started progress down with the other house. We've got a bit of work to do down there. We're going to clear a bit of space down on the land and get some shipping containers down there, and get a web page built. And the latest deadline is for spring, although we're looking at pushing ahead and doing tours before then. If we can get the log burner sorted for the other house, January and February are quite cool in the evening, so we can get a big log burner in there for this self-catering down there, so you're nice and toasty. The days are great for a ride, and they're going to be sunny anyway. It's just the evenings and early mornings are a bit cool. If we can get that sorted and organised, possibly some of you guys who want to do the initial guinea pig runs, if you like, they'll be heavily discounted just to see what you think of the idea. So it's basically a case of getting a flight over and just paying a moderate amount for your stay in a bit towards the bike upkeep, and we'll do a deal with some early guys that want to experience the tours and give us some feedback, and really be beta testers, if you like. So guys, I'll probably leave it here. I'll let you enjoy the rest of this video playing out. Just heading back up over the mountain. We've got up over the top, like I say, some stunning views on this section. Another mountain range further over to us, the Sierra Espuña, is absolutely stunning. It's quite a high mountain range, and there are some stunning routes into Castilla-La Mancha and Alba 30 that are shown in Ride magazine that are very popular. We did one of the routes up that way last year on the V-Strom. Stayed over a night in a spa hotel lodge up there, which is absolutely stunning, and did about 240-mile route the following day in a big circle, and ended up back at the hotel and really enjoyed it. So guys, as always, I know this video is a bit off kilter and it's not going to appeal to all of you, but like I say, comparing this and my other bikes to the Vosges, my wife prefers the Vosges. She likes this because it's more laid back and more akin to the type of weather we get here. It's almost California-ish here, and they do call this region we live in the California of Europe. Murcia, a bit further south from us, is the only desert in Europe, which is Tabernas, and that's quite an interesting region where all spaghetti westerns were filmed. A Fistful of Dollars, Clint Eastwood, and there's a big museum there, and the old studios are still there to visit. So there are things in this region to do, and I mentioned in the other video that we'll engage in some river rafting, which is quite intense. It's best part of a day rafting down the river, river down the rapids and all the rest of it. If you don't want to do the severest sections, you can get out and go the other side of the weirs and that, and have a beer and a sandwich, and then jump back in the boats and carry on. Anyway guys, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me some feedback. I definitely need some feedback on these bikes. I mean, a lot of you guys have ridden different types of adventure bikes, off-road bikes. It's got to be an eclectic mix of everything really, so it's got to be good enough to handle the bits of roads where we want a bit of power. It's got to be great to do the off-road parts. So I was saying earlier, the V-Strom, not the V-Strom, the Vosges 900 is a bit heavy for doing some of the off-road sections, so it's got to be. So guys, give me some feedback, give me some ideas, let me know what you think, what bikes would be best. Those of you who have done a lot of adventure riding on and off-road will have the experience to give me some invaluable information, and I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I look forward to commenting in the comments below and interacting with you. So ride safe guys, peace out, catch you in the next one. Thanks for all your support and thanks for watching the channel.